Hey fam, Haku here with my first how to build a PC guide. My girlfriend bought parts for a new PC, and we decided to make this video to help you with your PC builds. Okay, let's jump right into it. We're putting in an AMD Ryzen 5 5600X into her PC. She's chosen the MSI MPG B550 Gaming Edge ATX motherboard. We'll be doing a BIOS update so it can support her Ryzen 5000 series CPU. Paired with the Patriot Viper Steel 16GB DDR4 3200 memory kit. She'll have a lot of fast storage space with two Western Digital Blue SN550 1TB M.2 NVME SSDs. We'll be taking her old GPU from her current PC, which is a MSI GTX 1060 3GB graphics card. All of this is going to be powered by the ADATA XPG Core Reactor 650 Gold, a fully modular 650 watt power supply. Coming together in a beautiful ATX mid-tower case, the Lian Lancool 2 mesh. To remove her GPU from her current PC, there are two screws holding it in place we need to remove, a 6-pin power cable to unplug, then we can pull it out of the motherboard. Once removed, it'll be easier to clean with compressed air. To upgrade the BIOS for the motherboard, we'll need the motherboard, power supply, power cables, and a USB with the BIOS update. I'll put a link to the BIOS update in the description down below. To upgrade the BIOS on the motherboard, we'll need the motherboard to be powered. Take the 8-pin CPU power connector and plug it into the power supply. We'll do the same for the 24-pin connector for the motherboard. For this power supply, it splits off to an 18-pin and 10-pin connector. Okay, we are ready to plug in the motherboard. On the motherboard, there will be a 24-pin and 8-pin female connector. Go ahead and plug them in. The USB with the flash update will be going into this USB slot that has a white border. Then we'll turn on the power supply and press this button here. The motherboard should start flashing red. Wait until the light stops flashing red, then turn off the power supply. This process took about 10 minutes for us. Cool, now we're ready to build the PC. On the CPU, you'll see this small triangle in one of the corners. That small triangle will line up with a triangle on the CPU socket on the motherboard. Now lining up those triangles, gently place the CPU into the socket. On this motherboard, there is a cooling plate that is covering one of the M.2 SSD slots. We'll just remove this with two screws. When the M.2 SSD is in properly, it stands like this, and you'll need to apply force to push it down and screw it in. Your M.2 drive may be smaller, and if that's the case, just remove the screw and move it to one of these two positions. Now for the RAM. On AMD motherboards, you'll want to install the RAM in the second and fourth slot. Most AMD motherboards will have this useful guide here, just in case you forget. The CPU fan mount on the motherboard is not meant for the 5000 series fan, so we'll have to remove it. Alright, now we can start to install the fan. There are 4 screws in each corner that you'll have to tighten. It's time to put your motherboard into your case. Put your case onto the side and open up the side panel. There should be some standoffs in your case already, which your motherboard will go onto, and then you can put in screws. You'll need to remove 2 PCI slot covers for the GPU. At this point, I like to plug in all the power cables into the components first, then route them to the power supply. For this case, there are connections for the HD audio, USB 3, and front panel. We'll route these cables to the bottom of the case. This case also comes with a controlled fan hub, which we'll route to the top of the case. For the front panel connections, refer to the motherboard manual. Alright, I hope that helped. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. Also, feel free to ask any questions in the comment section down below, or come chat with me live. I stream on Twitch 3 times a week. The link to my Twitch channel will be in the description down below. Until next time, stay safe, fam.